Hey everybody, welcome to the Latched Mama podcast. It is really, really close to Christmas. I think we're about a week away right now. We're just hanging out, trying to get some orders out, trying to get Christmas ready for our families, trying to enjoy the holidays. And we wanted to talk today about something that is funny and something that I am not very good at. And we want to talk today about making mom friends. So we pulled in one of my favorite Latched Mama team members, Sarah, who has been with us for a very long time. I think she's probably one of the OG crew. And we're going to talk, she's very, very good at the whole friend thing. So we're going to talk about how to build kind of your mom tribe, and all that jazz. And I'm going to lean on her a little bit and maybe learn her ways. So thanks for listening. You're listening to the Latched Mama podcast. I'm your host, Melissa Wirt, business owner and tired mom of 5. Join us each week as we talk about pregnancy, nursing, parenting, and all things motherhood. Hi, Sarah.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm all right.
Thank you for coming out on this disgusting, cold, rainy Virginia day.
Yeah, it's awful.
I kind of wish it was snow, but if it was snow, it would have been an awful lot of snow, and it kind of would have stopped life, and orders wouldn't have gotten out, and the postal service wouldn't have come, and it would have been kind of a nightmare in Latched Mama land.
I wouldn't be here if it was snow. No offense. I love you, but no.
Well, I am glad that it is not snow then. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a mom to 4 kids. I have a 7, a 5, a 3, and I guess almost an 18-month-old. Wow. So yeah, my life is pretty hectic. I also work at Latched Mama doing social media, and I have a couple of other part-time gigs. And I'm on the board at my children's preschool because I don't have enough on my plate.
That sounds absolutely, honestly miserable to me, but we'll get there in a second.
Lately it has been. I'm not going to front.
All right. So I feel like this topic came up. You know, we talk about different podcast topics all the time at Latched Mama. You know, it's been a tough year. I mean, it's been a lonely year for a lot of moms, regardless of kind of what your friend structure was like beforehand. But the thing that I really admire about Sarah is that she has the ability to kind of be everything to everybody. Like, she'll check in on me and I'll be like, Sarah, why are you asking me how I am? And I'm like, okay, note, maybe that's what friends do. Like, maybe I should do that as well to other people. Maybe I should find the bandwidth. But she's just really, really good at making sure that she's taking care of others and building this tribe and stuff. So we have her here today to have her talk a little bit about friends. You have a lot of them.
I do.
Like, how many?
I don't know. I have a lot of good friends too.
Yeah, I'm not saying that if you have a lot, none of them are good. I'm just saying that.
Right. But I feel like most people have like their like closest like, you know, circle that they're, you know, just more tight with. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that circle for me is pretty big.
Yeah, mine is super small. Like, I can like one hand small. So, okay, let's start with like how you make friends. Let's get back to preschool. Like, let's get back to like how did your circle, like, do you still have friends from high school or college? Or these all mom friends?
I do. Or my best friend in the whole wide world, we've been best friends since like 9th or 10th grade.
Okay.
And then one of, I guess 2 of my other closest friends, like, they were both in my wedding. I've known one of them since 2nd grade.
Okay, so when we say friends, this is my thing, because I'm just thinking right now of like the amount of hours in a day, and there's only so many of them. And my life's a little chaotic, as is yours. Our kids are very, very similar ages. So you're listing off these friends. Are we talking to them every week? Are we talking to them every month? Are we texting? Are we calling? Are we hanging out? Like, how do the different rings work here?
Okay. So some friends I definitely talk to on a daily basis by text or phone. Others, it's like more like once a week. Okay. And then some others, it's more like once every couple weeks.
Okay. So let's talk about new friends.
Okay. This is where I get nervous, but go ahead.
Why do you get nervous?
Because I get really nervous meeting new people. Okay. I really do.
But you do really well, but you make friends.
I don't feel like I do. I feel like that you should probably go run the other way, but.
Okay. So All right. Talk to me about like the latest friend you've made. It's really funny too. I'm putting you on the spot really fast.
Okay.
But like whenever we need like help at Latch Mama, like we need like quick like order filling or whatever, Sarah is always the first one to be like, oh, so-and-so can do it. Oh, so-and-so can do it. And I'm like, who are these people? Like, how is your circle so big? So so your friend Nikki, for example, works for us.
Yeah.
How did Nikki come into your life?
College, actually, all state chorus in high school. We were both at all state chorus, and us and one of our other mutual friends who went to VCU with us as well. We were sitting 3 in a row at all state chorus, and then all wound up at VCU.
And you
music.
all stayed in touch.
Yeah, she was my roommate for a year too.
So she's just one of those people on your friends list.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think it's hard? Like, you know, you have all of these friends from high school and college and all of that, but we were just talking about how like making friends now makes you want to run or makes you feel uncomfortable. What do you think changes? Like, why does it change somewhere between that college and high school to kind of like the mom life world?
I don't know. I guess with somebody like Nikki, because she doesn't have children yet, but I've always been really real with her about like mom life stuff.
Yeah.
And there's no judgment.
Absolutely.
And we've been through so much in our relationship that it's just, we're going to be friends forever. So
I think that's, you kind of like hit the nail on the head. I think in mom life, when you become friends with another mom, there's so many decisions that are made on a daily basis as a mom and so many ways that others can judge you or pick apart the decisions you're making. I use the example, we have a Facebook group that's different than our page. And eventually, once the Facebook algorithms learned that it was a parenting group and that it was a mothering group, they all of a sudden allowed us to have the people within the group post anonymously on their own because they recognized it as a judgmental space. Not our group in general, but just parenthood in general, which I thought was such an amazing kind of snapshot of what we're doing to parents, especially moms right now. And like, how do you make those friendships knowing that there is so much judgment out there, you know? Mm-hmm. So I know we have some mutual, I guess I would call them friends as well. How do you navigate that space knowing that, you know, they may not agree perhaps with some of the decisions that you're making? You just hope that everybody's mature enough to continue forward.
I mean, I think certain things, if you have a discussion about it and disagree, it's like you have to know your boundaries as a mom and like, okay, that's not okay for me. And I would hope my friend wouldn't do that maybe, but at the end of the day, it's her kid and hopefully she knows what's best for them.
Absolutely. I think you have to find a spot somewhere in parenting where, I don't want to say, like, I don't want to swear, but, you know, you just can't give any more F's. Like,
it's true.
At the end of the day, like, you literally just have to be so confident in the things you care about and the things you choose not to care about, because I can tell you, especially the more kids you have, you can't care about everything. Like, there are certain things that you have to let go at the end of the day or during the day. And you just kind of have to be confident in your decisions. And then I think at that point, it makes friendship even easier, because if you're not judging yourself, you really don't let other people judge you as well. And you find the right people, you know?
And something that I've learned, like the older I get, I'm like, okay, other people's opinion of me is not my business.
Absolutely.
And I hope that people close to me have a good opinion of me, but at the end of the day, like, whatever. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to go out of my way to change your opinion of me, because I'm not going to sacrifice who I am.
Absolutely. Does that then make it feel like you have a smaller circle? Like, I mean, I know that I started this podcast saying, oh, I don't have any friends. I mean, I have friends. Like, you're my friend. Like, there are friends that I have, but then I think when it comes down to like true trust, who would be there in that like dark moment if my life started falling apart? I mean, like, I know you would be there. Like, there are people that I know would show up, but at the end of the day, like, I really like, it's like my partner, you know, like, it's Eric and it's my kids, and that's where I end up at the end of every day, you know, like, it's interesting because there's so many things that can go right and go wrong, and so many decisions that you can make throughout the day. where are some places that you have found friendship as a mom?
So my kids did romp and roll classes when they were smaller. And one of my really good mom friends, we met there. And she was the first friend that we made, like, because of our kids.
Okay.
Like, mutually, like, for them, too. So that was really cool. And she's, like, kind of one of my, like, ride or die friends. And again, like, no judgment between us, like, whatsoever.
So talk me through, like, the first couple times. Like, did you go to romp and roll and were you like, oh my gosh, I really hope she's here too? And like, was it like dating at the beginning?
No.
Or?
So our oldest kids went to some classes together, and I had not seen her at our class before because we went almost every day. And I guess the first time I saw her, her daughter walked away from her or something, and she said, okay, bye, Felicia. And I was like, okay, you're totally my people. Like, can we be friends? And she's kind of like me. Like, in the beginning, she doesn't say a whole lot.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I don't know. But we wound up in, like, the baby wearing Facebook group for Richmond. And
so you hadn't exchanged numbers.
Right.
Okay.
So I had posted something and she commented and was like, oh, we miss seeing you. And I looked at her profile and I was like, oh, it's her. So then we
Did your heart
friends.
start racing like you were dating again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So you became friends. So did you like schedule your first date?
She had posted on Facebook, like, I want to go to the gym. Can somebody watch my daughter? And I was like, bring her here.
Okay.
So she dropped her off and they watched Frozen together, and she went and did her workout, and, like, we hung out for a little while after. But yeah, just kind of like organically. It wasn't
fun.
like forced, you know. But yeah, she's got 2 kids, like, same ages as mine. So.
Okay. Is there anything that you have found being friends with her that you all don't, agree on, or anything you guys had to work through, or is it just kind of been a mutual respect kind of since day one?
I think really a mutual respect kind of thing. We're really like-minded about a lot of things, and we're just really honest people in general. Like, we're not going to blow sunshine up anyone's, what. So our friendship is just really easy like that. Have
you run into any situations where, like, moms can get really mean girly when it's more than one in a situation, when when there's like a group of them or a group of moms? You hear a lot about just catty PTA meetings and stuff like that. Like, do you have any advice other than just be confident in who you are? And
yeah, I mean, I haven't had that experience because I feel like when I've maybe gotten my friends together, I have a sense of, like, who will get along well with other people.
Yeah.
And I just wouldn't put them in that position if I thought something might not work out well. But yeah, I think, like what you said, just kind of be true to yourself and not worry about it.
Yeah.
And if you don't become friends, you don't become friends. And there's somebody else out there for you. I don't know.
Okay. So I start, like, getting kind of shaky when I think about the fact that you have so many. Like, how do you maintain that many friendships? Like I said, I have, like, this many. And at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, have I touched base with so-and-so? Or, hey, like, my best friend from college, we'll go 4 or 5 weeks without talking to one another. And she'll call one day and then she'll call the next day. And then maybe the third day I'll answer the phone and, like, make time to talk to her. Not because I don't adore her, but because, like, literally I have to shift mentally, and I want to be there and I want to listen and I want to be engaged. Do you feel like how do you manage all of that?
So I think I try to do a good job of being the one to reach out.
Okay.
And if somebody pops into my head, if I can't reach out to them, like, in that moment, I just make a mental note, like, text so-and-so, like, soon, and just say, oh, I'm thinking about you, like, hope all is well, and just, like, touch base. Because it's a relationship. Like, I can't wait for them to reach out to me.
Yeah.
So I try to initiate that first step when I can. So, I haven't had the bandwidth to very much lately, and I feel awful about it.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's with everybody right now. What advice would you give moms who are struggling, who are maybe at home with 1 or 2 kids during pandemic and are trying to find some companionship and comfort and all that jazz?
I don't know. That's so hard right now.
Yeah.
Because you can't exactly just meet up for a play date, and, you can't get a break. And your time is probably occupied 24/7 by your family and, all the other glass balls that you have to keep in the air.
I mean, I think there are some, not to tote our own Facebook group, but I feel like Latch Mama Love is a great one in the sense that it's very well moderated by Sarah and by myself and by other people who, we shut the judgmental stuff down pretty quickly. And I feel like it's been a good outlet, especially during kind of the pandemic, for, moms to come together and to discuss things and to hang out, and people seem pretty social in it as well.
They definitely are.
So I think social media is a great option. Zoom calls. Have you done any Zoom calls with your friends at all, or?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Do they work, or are they?
They do. I feel like the Zoom fatigue is real.
Yeah.
But like one of my little friend circles with Nikki, like it's us and 2 others, and we've done like a handful since March, just to like touch base and like check in. And sometimes, I don't know, we'll get on at like 8:30 or 9, and there have been sometimes we're on till like midnight.
Like talking. You have that much to say to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, you are an introvert's kind of. It's wonderful.
But see, I thought I was an introvert, and maybe I'm just not.
I don't think you are. I think you need to hang out with Lindy and I more and learn that you're definitely not an introvert.
I think I'm like an introverted extrovert.
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. I can be extroverted when I need to be. Like when we need content and stuff, I'll be extroverted. Sitting here, I'm somewhat extroverted to the world, but like, no, me sitting on a Zoom call, I can't probably come up with anybody in life that I would sit on a Zoom call with at 8:30 at night until midnight. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed by the friendships and the maintenance, and you come through for people. Like you show up.
I try.
If you need a meal, Sarah would be like the first person that will show up. Like you don't even need to ask her. Like you don't even need like one of those meal train things. Like Sarah just hears you have a hard day, and like she just shows up. It's amazing.
It makes David so mad.
Does it really?
For a while it did. He was like, why are you bringing all these people food? And I was like, dude, shut up. Everybody brings us meals when we have a baby or whatever. Like, put into the universe what you want to get out of it.
You're a good friend.
I try.
It's awesome. And I love it. And it's to be celebrated. And, I think we all need to be more like you. And, I think, like you said, you get what you give out in the universe. And, I don't know. It's cool. So I think we all need to be just a little bit more extroverted. And like you said, reach out first. You're thinking of somebody, reach out. And that's kind of how friendships start, and that's how they build. And, if we all just did that, then we would all have people at the end of the day, especially on those long, crazy, rainy winter days. Cool. Well, thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being in my life and being in everybody else's life too.
Same.